Okay, before I begin, hello everyone. Pull up a chair, grab a drink. It is I, Wrestler. Welcome to Saturday Backlog. Welcome to Suzerain. This is where you assume the control of a small little nation. You were elected. So I've never played this before, like I said. That's the point, and I know there was a beginning like this. So 1908 Kingdom. Okay, you came from. Let's go with the middle class family. Middle income, yeah, there we go. Parents named you Anton as the only child of a diligent civil servant. You lived quite an ordinary child. Life was not bad. You were lucky enough to attend a well-known public school, but frequent fights broke out at the Green family home, which made you feel uneasy. The years passed. During his school, the bell started to ring unexpectedly. You heard a loud commotion outside as everyone tried to figure out what was going on. The principal announced the historic revolution. The kingdom was known when the Republic of Suzerain was born. You did not fully understand. 1926, after graduating, you passed the university exam with high marks. You had to choose between several studies. You chose. Oh wow. Good to know the history of the economics and the law. History at Deer University of Culture. During the first year, you attended a lecture with David. He was a well-known diplomat from the Foreign Ministry and the son president. After visiting the hall in silence, he explained why real politics is important for successful foreign policy. He argued that a strategy based on practical and material factors would be much more successful in reaching the ambitions. You agreed in principle. Soldiers entered the campus the evening ahead of the first election, and they were in shock as the uniformed men created a security cordon, started arresting the teachers. The students started gathering in protest along with your best friend Pedro. You decided to protest with the students. One of the officers made a loud announcement that echoed through the campus. General Suzerain declared martial law in order to restore the administration. Please stand back and disperse your rooms. You joined the students. They marched towards the large group of soldiers. Suddenly, the soldiers charged. A student fell and was trampled as everybody started running away. You held your ground. Soldiers beat you relentlessly in the air. You split the students into two groups and caused frequent fights, torture, and imprisonment of the opposing voices became a daily routine in Daya. You didn't want to say you decided to join student council. Council was focused on increasing the student involvement in the camp, along with partaking the budget. You gained budget management and leadership skills. For the means, Petrovic introduced you to classmate of his Monica. You immediately attracted to her beauty, of course. You mentioned that she was a volunteer for the Sorters League of Women, an organization campaigning for women's rights. You told her you wholeheartedly supported her cause, were particularly interested in women's rights, but asked her to dinner nonetheless. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I mean, this obviously is like gaming the system. I'm gonna go with this then, just for kicks. The charged environment led you to join the Red Youth, the Socialists, join the Young Israelites, the Nationalists. The Nationalists, of course. The radio relayed that the Communist General Ricard surrounded Lundgren and his troops demanding their surrender. They refused, and heavy fighting broke out across the country. Couldn't believe the army was fighting amongst themselves. So they plunged into chaos. Rickard said an attack causing more bloodshed. He seemed different compared to the fascists. In your opinion, however, he was more of the same. You participated in protest march. You were chanting. But yeah. You were marching against Ricard. The students and the soldiers against Lutherans could gather a few hundred meters away. Many soldiers were among them. You knew something was going to happen. There was a massive clash between two sides. Soldiers began to beat the students. Tanks rolled forward in this chaotic moment. You saw a young girl about to get run over by a tank. Yeah, you saved her. But you couldn't reach her in time. Oh gosh. Clashes escalated into a full-blown civil war. The horrors made you isolate yourself for a while. Monica helped you cope. And love between the two of you. However, it was the time for love. The chaos had to end. Charismatic Colonel Tarkin Saul orchestrated a sudden attack on the capital where the Air forces were battling each other. He defeated both, ending the war. A new constitution was written, and the military government began efforts to restore stability. People saw the colonel as a savior. He formed the United Suzerain Party and ran as a presidential candidate in the first ever single party elections. Yeah. ESP won the election by a large majority. When the military government announced a 4-year restoration period to transform into an entirely civilian government. After graduation, you kept seeing Monica. You were both interested in marrying and starting a family. However, a letter arrived from the military calling you to fulfill your compulsory service. The war broke out in the neighboring country. It quickly turned into a proxy war between regional world powers. The distinguished Major Joseph Yanka ordered you to lead your squad on a border patrol mission. A very cold winter night, when you began marching out of government outposts, you could see your breath. After several hours of marching through the snowy hills, 1930s, I'm 22 at this point. After several hours of marching through the snowy hills, noises were heard. I believe it was too low to from the source. The squad called for information and found a spot to observe a group of fishies or fence you at the oh gosh. Let them slip through. After the patrol major lieutenant arrived with anger and immediately reviewed your command, calling you disappointment. To report your actions. After someone scrubbing the floors as a punishment, your duties ended and you went back to civilian life. You and Mike had decided to share your lives together. After receiving the blessing of her parents, the ceremony was held in Ulster. During the same year, you worked hard to secure a high-paying job with the governing United States. It was much more difficult to start your career on a good foot because of the refugee incident, but you still managed. Working for the ruling party was the easiest path to power. The financial compensation for investment changed the country for the better. Yeah. You became the foreign policy assistant of one of the more experienced members. Worked long and hard, reviewing dozens of foreign policy plans. I'm in the latter. Arkansas gave amnesty to the remaining factions of the Civil War and chose de-escalation of appeasement. Symbols slowly replaced. His government launched several new initiatives such as citizen-funded bills, programs to revitalize the economy, social labor initiative to help rebuild and improve society, a large dam project to solve the energy, and the first multi-party elections. Elected once more. Preparation of a conference trade agreement, and Magnolia was occupying most of your time, but your singular contributions. Trade talks triggered an invitation to meet the president, who offered you a key position. You were the youngest member of the assembly. You accepted right away. As the youngest MP, it was difficult to connect with an influential inner circle. Yeah, so you brought on Petrovic as your right-hand man. The birth of your son provided a brief moment of trade and relief. You sacrificed work to spend yeah, time with the family. During your absence, Petrovic found trustworthy contacts and strengthened your position. At the same time, President still increased his authority over years. His growing ego, the cracks began to show. Oh boy. President Sol barely secured a majority in the election against the opposition leader. Next year, Swedish people grew increasingly discontent with the corruption and worsening quality of life. Economic growth was slowing down. Meanwhile, calls for the United States Land Party, like how it has things here. Congress became louder as your leadership struggled and started to brew. You watched from the sidelines. Contender for the leadership was Ewald Uppsala, a reformist and talented business magnate with a growing follower base. Meanwhile, a desperate effort to secure votes, Congress President Sol was meeting Parliament when he approached you too. The President offered you a position of Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade in the next government if you backed in the upcoming vote. Oh gosh. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. Okay. Give it a shot. Congress is nothing short of impressive. The banners, the decorating festival, thousands of individual lobbyists and benefactors gathered for this turning point. Yeah, I mean, I told you I would. Unfortunately, Arkansas lost. Vote. During the Congress, Sol announced he would retire from politics and appointed Alfonso as vice president. He established for to stay much longer. His achievements wouldn't be forgotten. You. Yeah, I'm until your daughter was born, Monica, named her Diana. She motivated you during its whole spirit of pride. As a VP and leader of the USB, began dismantling the organizations and structures, state-educated corps, and sort of state corruption bills. No elections were approaching the United States Empire was under his leadership. You. Yeah. During the general elections, the main opposition leader was embroiled in a sex scandal with his secretary. He was replaced by the more popular figure of Renz Richter. But the damage had been done. The new economic policy and extensive privatization proposed by Edwell Alphonse an election victory for the USP. Over the following years, you... Yeah. Did that. In the government, so let's see, 1951 now, so... I am now 43 in the government. Okay. The presidency vows on some bold reforms in government and law and advancements in liberal democratic values. He valued your support throughout. Sorry about all the reading, but that's, you know. However, due to infighting, disorganization, did not know this was this long, continental, just in a fast-track privatization followed by severe economic recession. 1950 election, but the unfair election system hampered opposition campaign. You thought that your party could not survive, worried about your reputation. Yeah. With previous help, your presence in the USP grew. The two of you worked long nights together. You flipped opponents up to your side, and you became the face of the new wing of the party. Step by step, with adequate planning, your wing took over the leadership as President Alphonse lost control. Yes. He listened to your advice. Alphonse conceded the leadership struggle, and the party voted you in because of your influence. On this, you announced that you would be running for president in the general election, and Peter's running mate. It was your turn. You promised to... Well, I've always been a nationalist. Great nation, Suzerain, due to our conversation, both today more than ever meaning at the broadcast ended. On election day, millions went out to cast their votes. Time to face the truth. President's room. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Boy. Bald, yeah. Nah, need more. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's it? Well, let's go with office then. Let's go. Yeah, I want to go with the pipe. Okay, finish. Yeah. Okay, okay, as Anton Rain, you've made your consequent promises. Okay, consider these commitments carefully. After the recent market reforms and recession, the country finds itself stuck between different economic systems with indecision and turbulence. Okay, promote a planned economy, a market economy. Let's go with planned. Remain neutral. We're the nationalist things. Last 5 years, Budish, when Zekin and Williams flocked to relax immigration laws and act by foreign president. These tensions are causing requests for a political solution. Toughen the laws a little bit first. Okay, term focus. Let's go with education. Yes. 2 weeks have passed since you won the election. And now, whether you've sworn it to the 45th president, thousands are watching. The die was cast. In the distance, the maroon palace stood up on top. I had no way of knowing what the future awaited me there. My family, my son, daughter, Indiana, and my ex-wife are glimmering with pride. I turned towards the key people who made it all possible. Of course, each individual's promise and proposition. I saw my previous former president. It gave me a slight nod. Tarkin Soul was invited, but it was not. He didn't leave his island to retreat. I was worried the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court was waiting for me. Time for the oath has come. It has indeed. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear. I do solemnly swear. That was, you know, best of my office. Yeah. An honor. Brothers and sisters, celebrate your life. For many generations, the country has long history has kept us tied to an idea, the idea of unity and our people's first life. We stand together. Times conflict, economic hardship. Whenever we stood together, we prevailed. We will stop the recession and eliminate poverty. Time for united, powerful sword then once again. I wasn't sure they were shouting my name and used, and I felt responsible. The power, the burden. Hello, Mr. President. I'm Surge, your new driver. Nice to meet you, Surge. It's an honor. Bowed his head, I entered the car. They headed towards the palace. The more could begin moving, the way Surge proceeded looking for the driver. Again, barely paying attention to what he's saying, he suddenly gestured out the window. Maroon Palace. He's right, sunlight glints off the palace, many room full of drones. I look at it, reminding my duty to this nation. Feel great that the service percent. Okay. Let's go to what she's using the page. Jonathan's opinion arguments. The only advance here is more in the investment in England. Here. Maybe just that looking clear his throat. Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, everyone. How are you? You're well motivated, Mr. Rain. It seems the same. So you see that? What was the discussion about? We're having a discussion about the infrastructure plans. If I may, I'd like to talk to you about. Interrupted. We will get there, guys. No rush. First, we'd like to conduct the economy presentation. I want to know what Gus has to say. Of course, Mr. President. Sir, I have some very good construction. He's willing to take government contracts in the greater Hostland and Gasland regions. For rural economy, I think it would be wise for business to go through these regions. The U.S. guys will figure it out. And pull this again. Like these glasses. Counseling analyze every aspect. He's surrounded by a groan from one of the assistants by the door at the little. Oh, you can put that there. Leave now, I think okay, these gathering items remind that some of them were quite adequate with people is. Okay, so I start looking for slides. You carry documentation around with them. Wait. What happened to the new police station construction at S Store? Stored. That's all due to the government property manager. Maybe need to look at it. Take a look at that when Esther needs all the security help it can get. For more time to ask government funding on the slides using for. Been using further. We have been trying to stabilize with the central bank. What you'd like to know about the current economic situation. What is our GDP and jet situation? Current GDP is $310 billion and the national debt is $427 billion. Oh my goodness. We lost near $100 billion. Well, the past 3 years were tough. The inflation rate. What is our employment inflation rate? Employment skyrockets now. Inflation is a relative 5-10%. Okay. It's increasing crime and drug use. We need the status. So then, economy's been in recession about 6%. Drop from success depends on our ability to stop the recession. Move on to the economic strategy. It is alarming that everything is negative. The extensive privatization program of this large budget surplus which can be used to stabilize crisis. Good. So that was a general path we were taking our term. Public-based nationalization happened in the 30s, and now upon surprise begins during the end of the 40s, what war administration focused on. From a planned economy south of the recession, to be frank, I still don't think this was a good idea. Economics, the reason of the recession. That's the free market strategy. There are many, but one can say that we are much more likely to be influenced by the world economy. Because of swings the world economy will look good on ours too. Yes, some of the gold economy actually go down with it. Yeah, our choices on the case, that's however not recommended. Point of view last thing is chaotic. Planet planets are done. Which has direct impact on our superpowers. Controlled by any nations. Precisely my build was strong as long as it was simple world. Forget this. Okay, let's finish what Alfonso started with the capitalist free market reforms. Happy folks bring us stronger out. What's our long-term economic schedule? Okay, so taking a construction company, trade relations, tax reform, nationalization, if so would be some of them. Choose wisely and remember the free market economy in all forms. Well, don't be so sure. Okay, let's go. Thanks all for explaining the economy for the boom. It clearly showed the success of the system. Precisely, we should stick to the old system. The playing relation both showed great successes in the 30s. Only a limited time until the Charcos self-discovered the limits of the system. The slowdown began during his rule. Remember. Move on to the conclusion. Look at opportunities like privatization, create financial resources. Market economy doesn't require as much guidance. Foreign capital is hard to fully agree with these options. Institutions must remain in state control. We must be fully responsible for resources. Yeah. We should look at opportunities like privatization to create financial resources. Exactly my mentality. There are many possibilities that are waiting, like education or health. Privatization should be better to promote a market economy for these airplane. Maybe promote a free market economy, promote a planet economy as we promised. We promised that. Not sure if we, you know what, guys? Now that it's clear, I'm sure we're heading out, work on a good plan accordingly. Oh boy. What now? Okay. We won finally all those years. Okay. In the second you thought you'd appreciate her gorgeous set of talents. It's a shame the rest of your stuff runs in the eyes. Like over his waist, man. But hey, back in the university, did you manage to be here in the Maroon Palace? The Niagara Ball. Fortunately, Evan loves to congratulate you in person there. On with the meeting. Oh boy. Gentlemen. You're on time. Hello, Petzer. Glad to see you, Lucian. It's a privilege to be here, sir. Turn away from the proceed. By evaluating our current situation, the majority of the sort of people demand change, more concerned about the economy than the Constitution. They blame the system for their problems, but losing their trust in our democracy. Why do you radicals like Bernard are becoming more popular? Everyone's expecting us to change a lot. Government did not. Of I moved on the details of their demands shortly. Democrat is we need to listen to the people if we want to serve the country. If we lose power, we'll be able to execute the changes. We need to make good. Only become to transfer some of our powers to the assembly. I'll move into the details of the demands. We need to listen to the people if they want the country. It will not be easy. We will listen to against the old guard and the government. Returns management. So many members of the assembly give their support. The Constitution votes are quickly increasing in number. While the reformers bring inside, our party is still a minority. They could have a tripartisan majority in the assembly. Friends, Richter. These restrictions leave the challenge our goal to maintain a majority. Restriction could be a potential ally. Definitely key in this. Congressmen are clear they want to limit the president's veto powers and ensure that the Supreme Court is independent. Take away the court's right to vote on constitutional amendments. We must listen to their demands, otherwise we are no different. I agree, we cannot change. After all, the old guard will do its best to preserve the Constitution. Hawker and his allied judges have a great influence on the Supreme Court, which will be tough to break. Or also has final say for Constitution. I can change it. We must break. Yeah, one way or another. I agree. They have too much power over such politics. Their vote in constitutional legislation is absurd. They get to vote for bills when they aren't even elected. Looks like we have many challenges ahead. We can figure it out. Our party still holds 130 out of 250 seats. Then we've got the power. However, from the Constitution, we must receive a 2/3 majority, which is 166. So for the Supreme Court, that equates to 6 votes. After we have settled on how to proceed, we will need to talk with our party figures. Our first goal must be to get 150 signatures. Process. Following the green light from the USP, we will reach out to other party members. They back our draft. The last step is to convince the justices of the court. That process will take a long time, but we must start working with reform committees to evaluate all possibilities. We'll write a more democratic constitution for reformists. Have to persuade our base to work with Richter and his band of reforms that running agrees we need a new constitution. The power of the assembly, which are already with the majority, yes. Trying to be balanced for a better storyline. According to the initial draft we made with reforms, there are 2 changes to the Constitution that are not open. First, the Supreme Court will no longer vote on constitutional amendments. Second, the president's absolute veto will be taken away. This can be replaced just by fixing the current loopholes. Of these clauses, let's work with the reformists. Yes, sir. We will form a reform committee with new parties according to the Constitution by later. Yeah. Notes. Important thing. Where the oligarchs convene under the organizations. More policies contemplated for a long time before rolling out the new leaders, Mr. Walter Tusk. National Business Council and their pockets. Tusk and the group will really try to bribe us in exchange for special economic protections. It won't be bought. It won't happen. Same thing, I doubt there's anybody else to turn to in the case. As far as I know, Marcel Condrey has some strong ties to this group. This could definitely be an asset. That's not something we can return. Yeah. Be careful, you need to underline the serious situation of the interest of our powerful element. These isolations were making. I don't want to die in prison just like our tool. So you crumbling threat. Can't reduce our defense capability and anger our general staff and militarism. Crumbling threat on the. Yeah. I would advise the same. The budget should be maintained. We should refrain from confronting the military too directly. So it is more loyal to us compared to General Kruger, a fact that obviously changed with their actions. Since they're clearly of different minds. These guys will unite against the second blue. Tread carefully here. 63 minutes, yep. Okay, I'm guessing this is what you do, but yeah, okay. Oh gosh. Here we go again, media strategy. Get through this. Okay. Archives nearby. Was it put out quickly? Our firefighters put the fire as soon as they could, yet it had been burning for 6 hours since the edge of the sun. Arrange medals to recognize the Raven for doing their best. My browse the initial reports from office, police chief indicate a potential arson case. They really weapon anyone hit the archives and you simply say, I see the logical motive there. Three suspects board sabotage. The great thinkers of our people. The fact that the employer could have been destroyed along raises further questions. We do have copies of the most important and more important information. Contacted him. After the passing of his father, he marries Miss Morse aims to become the next CEO. Making interproductive collaboration. Sorry for interrupting. It's like there's potential there. Okay, very self-proceeded. Different original approach to the media. Okay. Let's make them independent. I know. Who is it? It's Lydia, Mr. President, my new secretary. Dark Crow's master discussions. Until the voice continues. He has been calling me and wanted to relay a message. The CEO is on the line. Well, then the ball is in our court now. Would you like to talk to him, sir? I'll talk to him. Connect the line to my office. Right away. Connect the line. Pleasure, Mr. Cornelia. The pleasure is all mine. I know your time is vital. That way, save it. This is the CEO boss. Running this conflict will be different than my father's partnership deal regarding our VA branch. I'd like to formally invite you to my resort in your contract for a meeting to discuss the details. Thank you for the offer, Mr. Corbin, but I have to refuse. A shame. Thank you for your time nonetheless. Good luck in the future. That is a clear no. Very well. I hope we have made the right call. If I went to his resort, I thought that would look bad. It appears we're done for today. I expect you to bring better allies to the table. Yeah. So campaign plans, civility 16, methodology, section 2, the annual relocation. Basically, yeah. Oh, returned to the bill. As a consequence of the relocation parties had a deal. Okay. Annual inclusion 63 consequentially affected these amendments will effectively lead to a substantial increase in the election budget for the USP and minor for the parties present in the Assembly. This restructuring of funding fosters a more proportional representation. Section 5 has an important consequence that this relocation parties that do not meet the 10% election threshold to their public funding effectively curtailed. This measure ensures that public resources parties with significant representation in the Assembly veto it. Everyone needs to have a voice. Oh gosh, there are so many things. Okay. View towards the Mecca of the sea from like nothing short of exquisite. During the luxurious mansion wasn't half an hour later, I started being frustrated, not even had a chance to my usual afternoon coffee. Windows Summit Hold Mr. President to focus on the economy, one of the various projects. Agreed. One of our hand businesses, breath, hand systems are very near roads by the seaside, now the well to traverse. Since their demands matter the most, their demands are just the dire situation the road can't be neglected, but the return investment will be economic growth. For something that, but ordinary folk, economic accomplishments tangible. Prove to that point, they fine-tune one high-speed railway project. The ministry can only support one project at a time. Our current capacity and budget. Let's move the details each. Hear about. I want to hear about the railway project. Predecessor failed to deliver on the campaign promise, but now we have the opportunity to start construction. As you know, our current trains cannot meet the standards of today, as many other countries not meet electric engines. News about the electric trains in the United Kingdom. They too much transport resources and material. Great speed and efficiency. And further, our plan is to upgrade the old L-Wing from Hill Surge line, transform to a high-speed railway. Here at the capital. Here we'll go to Antrika first. They connect the Gelzord, relaying our economic powerhouse. Or the elements to boost the economies of the new linked cities and even rural areas in between, like that is our primary point. The goods unloaded here will be transferred to the whole store much faster. For your wealthy middle classes in the regions, but not for the poorer ones who won't be able to afford the ticket prices. Also requested the project be prioritized. This is usually very content. And that wants to be aggravating. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, the H3 projects for the Abyssal State of the road network in Mongolia in the home area. Some of these, there are many proper highway connections to and from. Those that even trucks are having a hard time traveling from the main roads. The traffic's causing trouble. That must be cumbersome for the city. Is the bless their souls. I'm happy we're thinking aligning. Now let's take a more detailed look at the upgrade proposal. Look at the map. I mean, like we're starting like what in Blackhaven. East of Leckenberg. There goes all the way to Avery. As a result, the network towards the Angolian capital Starport will improve substantially. For your share. I saw the central government continually neglect our country's Anglo-Source dominated regions. This is going to continue that kind of negligence. Okay. Yes, there should be no preference. Still a decision. We're gonna do the highway project for now. Good day. See you soon, Mr. Have a nice day, Mr. Okay. Oh gosh. Personal investment much is relayed by Mr. Manager. Hit 1,000 shares. Okay. Oh gosh, the inaugural ball. The ball is a three-decade-old tradition. I called on Monica to get the shit ready. Looking in the mirror, I straightened my tie. Like there'd be no turning back. So yeah, we're here and do a lot of braid woven through. Papa, Mama told me it's time to go. Hello, Johnny. I'm ready. Where's your brother? I think Francis is still upstairs. Drugged. It was almost time to leave the ball string in less than an hour. Now, where's my first lady? Monica came down the stairs. She was wearing a simply elegant she threaded short heels of her hair. I had given her our 15th anniversary. And now we're about to begin the most challenging. How do you do, Mr. President? Day we married. Now there's the charm that got you elected. Hey, sure, Dad, I'm just dying to go. Are these people going to be around from us now on? Guards at the door of the house. Sam said, I've never drank, but I I guess I have no choice. Yeah, that is true. Yes, we have. There's so much still coming. Remember what happens to children, I will always be here for you. I'll fix everything we frank for all the size. I know you will, honey. Let's just enjoy the night. I work together with the opposition parties on expect consular reports. Yeah. I mean, you don't plan on working together? You think you should congratulate the parties? I did not say that. More question. One of your first acts as president was to veto a campaign finance law that would have deprived small parties funds while increasing those channeled to your own. Are we seeing the beginning of more military administration? Couple considers to be silenced. That's enough, ma'am. One of my guards on this report away from me. A path to the crowd was now open and we quickly made it. At the same time, fireworks went off. There left room. Yeah, wow. So it's all these, yeah. Your sentiments. Answer some of the I bet. Fire. Yeah, that's right. Yes, let's put aside politics. Okay. Yeah. Then I use my powers for the advanced position throughout Suzerain. Provides for some longer. Say Antoine. Up, can we go? I went to the ballroom. Of course, darling. Gosh. You have to get used to it. Fireworks, no gunshots. They've never gone. Gasbrook has some guests flung themselves on the tables, others in tears while Frank tried to comfort her, hiding the fear in his own eyes. Crying out loudly, Mr. President, are you all right? British Reese was running towards us. They all had their guns drawn. He made his your unarmed. He let out a big sigh of relief. Thank God. Status report. 1 second, Mr. President. Turn around. And check the perimeter now. Paul Jansen, formally bring them to the safe room. He turned to Monica. Evelyn showed and spoke in a softer way. Mr. Sanders, please follow me. We promptly followed Carl along the winding halls of quarters. His men still had their guns drawn, which was nothing that you could pitch on the way. Peter made an attempt to break the silence. What a night. Not over yet. Corner. Quiet, please. Sorry, I talked. Shut up. Powerful switch on the wall and a panel open, revealing a hidden staircase into a large reinforced door. A set of emergency lights flickered on the safe room, comfortable. Just looking at herself, a small security guards. Here's Carl slipped away and made it. Very close when he was done, he returned to me and pet her. What's the status? Just uncalculated, very sick, felt like an eternity. It felt like he turned to us. Good news, we're not in any danger at the moment, but the situation has been dealt with and secured by the guards and the police. If I may, sir. What we know so far, we confirmed that two were gunned down from the palace. Chris, we have reason to believe he was working alone. Right, 3 shots at an MP, 1 to the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing him. Right, the palace immediately shot and killed the attacker. He was not made to fate and will require to escape. Huge Anthony, you caused a lot of problems. And turned to Evelyn like, here, I'm trying to ensure that everything was good. Alright, I'm trying to attend. Away from children. Safe, I'll make sure everything's going to be fine. We can't be sure of anything in France, huh? I'm going to see this through at all costs. Around the ashtray. Gosh. Okay. Emergency meeting. Yeah. After in front of the palace gates, elected a member of assembly and, as you know, famous communist. Distaste the guards at the scene 50 meters away, and immediately the action made responding, killing the assailant, who was identified as a member of the nationalist Mission Young Swords. The president and his family were unharmed, praise God. Unacceptable. I agree, we are revaluing our security measures. However, the recession has affected my ministry negatively. Maybe we'll create a dangerous atmosphere with the left versus right political events in the 20s could spark once again. Devastating the coup are the reason for it. The youth has condemned the killing but didn't stop there. They promised revenge. In turn, sparked further aggression from the young swords. Can't simply look away. Part of the Constitution, we cannot have one, let alone MPs. We'll reach out to FV, ask them to calm the situation with the young swords. Have ties. These reason after all, which can't be said by the young swords at times. Friends in disapproval. War medals could stand display, all due respect, ma'am. Shouldn't be quick to jump to before a full investigation is conducted. The issue of political one from the start only add fuel to the fire. It is political though, isn't it? Yes, but we need to calm the country. Take sides, we can escalate. There are many sides to the state versus its enemies at several police cars. About this a full investigation into all of this. Find the punishment of and just according to administrative tax, justice will be served under rule of law during this country. Only if we stay vigilant as a country. We must think about the upcoming budget. Not lose sight of agreement with these matters since trying to want us to do. Seems that the tensions between communists and nationalists will escalate further. I think if there's chaos in the country. We'll make it through it. Look for our promises. Oh yes, but oh gosh. Continue. A few days later, we'll do one more issue here. Talk about the security briefing. Please take your seats. Please will updates me with the turtle. I'm assuming it was agenda. This person. We have confirmed that Wolf is eventually in position. They found attack on Young Sword's local leader. We believe Young Sword then called for revenge leading to the death of Mr. Surgeon actually sorry not to mention. Okay. So the investigation revealed a very troubling fact that funding sources of the Red Youth have a clear link to the United. I don't know, what does that mean? This means the government communist superpowers meddling in our affairs. Okay, it isn't usual for symptoms national. I think this is far over harsh. For to speak, I went over this ordeal, the wrong conclusions. That's humanitarian cultural ties in many countries, including Suzerain. We've done our due diligence in funding operations. I all point to a coup plot. The RGP's Carlins, the funding channels of the United Contra Council. The enemies is all I make, but we also have threats inside the country. Government, we have all the power to deal with the threat face. It would be essential for temporary security our security. Yes, we know where security concerns cause this country and the President's soul. Oh, God bless him throughout our civilian after a long period of bloodshed and moving on. The highest internal threat comes from the estimated 2,000 strong Freedom Front led by imprisoned by the airbags of British analysts and force trained inside racial violence. And workers pay blue have concrete proof, yeah. Where they were filled with military grade KA-74s who expected smuggled in a group of boots were caught. These guns took not far away. Out of the threat. I'm surprised that they would attempt to weaponize the loot. Can we make any correlations between them? Not yet, but we have some. Let's strike the first anti-blue summit over district housing. Committee Governor Brown is responsible for the rest of the VFF. It's true, that's not extreme, but Arkansas and authority over the governor really revoke the special status of under the Prince of Florida, and the President no longer has the authority to work in soul and joy. And yeah. Governor insane amounts of authority. He was in trouble with law before for not following the central government authority. Also, its own police force are commanded. They're not part of my ministry and only cooperate when they are forced to do so. This is a problem. If you're bringing most in the hands of the government, that leaves my hands tied. We should bring us over. Man, we should find a revoke. Maybe that's Mr. President. Second important threat. Any violence, not as actual reason to bomb or the two crime families. One is known as the Yes, you can handle them. I am doing my best, sir. Now see if you order law enforcement, which is abuse. I can't read. Where thugs live through a problem is corruption. Then Okay. Joseph, welcome. That is true. Okay, if there's a truly extraordinary, we will place you immediately and wait for them. This is the first call. We action. Make sure that you're observant and ready. Always watching, always ready is our motto, sir. Hail, Swordland. Hail. We left the room. Next. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna call it here, guys. So thanks for watching Suzerain. It's interesting, so to speak. So it's very political, very a lot of reading. So might have been a little bit boring, but so I apologize for that. I never played this, so I didn't know what it's gonna look like. I'm sure it can get really involved in something, but this seems like probably something that you will play by yourself. But anyways, regardless, here it was. I hope you did like it though, from what it was. So if you did, make sure to mark that down. But stick around and watch some of the more exciting stories. That would be subscribe, and I'd appreciate that immensely. So much if you'd hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. Anyways, guys, until next time, I'm Wrestler, and this story's over.